I'm going to take a moment and review some of my own gameplay, work on my skills in that area, and let's hopefully improve my watch as well. Ready, and let's go.
Thank you. It was Dr. Liao's favorite dish.
I'll have some and explain it better next time.
Alrighty. Zoom way out here just so we can see what we're getting into the first team fight. I'm actually going to slow down the first team fight here now that we're in it. Back into first person. Alrighty. So, in this first team fight, the first team fight is always a lot more important, I would say, than the rest of them. But in this first team fight on Colosseo, it's always best to try and hold and dominate this side and this angle. So for our team currently, it's the right side. For their team currently, it is the left side. Why you do that? It's mostly because of that word that I just said right there is angles. Well, that's why I'm over here. I noticed that the Reaper pushes up, and yeah, that's in my opinion a silly move for him because A, he's off the wrong angle, completely exposed to myself, my Mei, and my Kiriko as soon as she stops healing me, and yeah. Back to first person here. Yeah, Reaper notices his mistake, he pulls out successfully, gets healed by the Mercy, and Cass pushing in to help save them. Our maid gets the wall. I get my shots eaten up by the D.Va. Definitely shooting a lot at the tank right now, but my reason is just trying to draw her attention and try to wait for her to die. As you see, now that she's out of cooldowns, I'm able to push on a Reaper who is with her and now out of position. Put this back up to normal speed here. Okay, on the Reaper, Mei walls off, on the Cass, get the kill. Both their DPS are really being their front line right now, and their D.Va I think is being a little bit more cautious than she needs to be. Okay, so Cass is out of the equation, therefore we're 5. We get the nano, and the D.Va charges in. Okay. That's one that I'm going to take a little bit back and watch from another angle. I'm not sure if we would still call this the first team fight, or, maybe team fight 2 at this point, but yeah, it's going on. It's going on. The main reasons why they go on is because while we're making moves and, currently overall winning, we're not really getting decisive full team kill victories. Let's see. So we're able to push on the Cass, our Mei's out of freeze. D.Va pulls in, gets none, opens it up for me. I have the nano, so I get 1. I die in the exchange due to too much damage overall. Enemy Mercy gets the res.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Baptiste.
I get the swap to a Baptiste due to the ult. We're able to still stay up here and push. That's kind of nice because their D.Va's out of mech here. We get the wall off. Cass Nooners into us, taking out Echo. We lose Kiriko. That is where I come back in. Or sorry, we only lose the Echo. Alrighty. Third person. Okay. Back in first team fight situation. Just in a scenario where we lost. stalled out of this choke for a while, and then I make a fatal error. Push in, Kiriko ults here, trying to support the push. I'm in their whole team alone. I do not get my spear off in time, which allows my whole team to die due to me being aggressive. I'm going to review this again from the other angle, because this is actually probably the most common mistake that I make. Get us up there first. Oh, are we up here? 5. Yeah, we'll call it here, because this is where our Anna starts to come back here. Go just a little bit slower. Alrighty. So I'm here stalling it out a little bit. That's not the worst. Anna's able to support me. I should not have pushed in. I should have used that time to pull back and come around. Anna's able to keep me up. I forced her to expose herself way too much. Mei comes into this area to support the fact that we're up here, clearly trying to stall with me. Thankfully, our Anna is still back here giving us support, which allows the idea of pushing up. That boosted is nice, but it will not be enough, as we already saw. I'm here with cooldown spinning out, shooting. Mei dies there. I toss my spear out. Mei's ult unfortunately gets nobody but the poor little Mercy here. The rest of them are able to push in. This is currently a 4v2, so this is definitely losing battles. Good that I'm pulling out, but we already know that this ends up in an L. Reaper feels confident in pushing in as my team starts to regroup. My team here is holding quite well as we're on this corner. We should be waiting a little longer, and that's where I make the mistake of pushing in. That forces the Kiriko ult out because she tries to support it, and as you see, the D.Va was able to slip it behind us as the Reaper ulted. It's a good pincer move. Boom. And there we go. And now at this point, they get to push for free.
Thanks.
And pushing for free is just such a huge advantage. Alrighty, back to normal speed. We'll check out the regroup.
Reevaluating, re-engaging.
Okay, team's all back together. We immediately have 2 over here and here. Got our Echo picking some damage here, which is good. I pick a little bit of damage here. Fortunately, none of us confirm the kill and go for the point. Honestly, that's kind of a mistake. As I've reviewed this a couple times, I think that all of us going for here, while this is generally a very strong point to hold, we definitely should have confirmed the kill on the Cass, tried to push up onto this angle here, and held bridge. Because if we did all hold bridge, which I could have led the team by, of course, being the tank and going that way instead of this way, but if we held bridge at that point, I would have been able to jump down, allowed them to remain safe, dealing their damage from these angles, to heal me while being safe, take the stress off of my team, and probably stay alive and hold them right here as Orisa, because Orisa never dies, especially in those situations, because there'd be so much peel, so much mitigation. Yeah, anyway, hindsight. How it does play out, though, is like this. That's alright. Reaper comes in on me. I am separated from my team here. D.Va whips her ult. Reaper's still on me thanks to the further separation after the bomb. I'm still on Reaper tunnel visionally, not knowing where my team is. Get the nano, so I go for the spinny spin. Only get one, which is unfortunate. Cass is on the bridge behind us at high noons. And there's that one. This is the last fight that I do as Orisa. We're gonna go back, check it out. Other angle. Okay, back to the point where Cass was on the bridge that I took the long pause. Reaper's up there, we're all on there. Able to pick some damage, able to fight. Cass unfortunately gets the kill due to the space. He saves the team due to the wall, but that does cause the separation as I mentioned. And at this point, unfortunately, we are just too separated with the Cass being able to come in behind us and get easy flanks. And yeah, Cass's positioning there just really kind of dominated the team fight. Yeah, I definitely could have and probably should have taken that bridge. It was just a lack of comms at that point. But yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we're watching this. They said that was my last view of Orisa. But here we are. Engages Reinhardt as we see a fire strike shielding up to protect the Bastion as he bleeds into them. Charge into here, getting a pin but not confirming it on the Reaper. I really thought that he did 250, but that's okay. I died due to my aggressiveness. The rest of the team fight plays alright, actually in our favor because our team is able to push in off of that aggressiveness. Clean up. So even though I died, it ends up being a net positive. Alrighty, just a bit of a regroup with the team. Do a team check there, very important.
There's the enemy! Enemy here!
3 on the right. You get flanked on by the Cass and the Diva. This is definitely a way bunch of chaos. Where he starts moving on the Lucio, I almost get her, but unfortunately the Moira orb definitely prevents that from happening. Brig decides that she also is Reinhardt, which I love, because I are Reinhardt as well. Get a big Bastion ult here, which is big. And just roll. Okay. So, overall, that team fight, that was pure chaos, where they came up and flanked us, ended up being a net positive. Because they were so separated while we were regrouped that we were able to kind of stomp them. I know I was the one mostly lost in the wind there around with the bot, but thankfully Brig and everybody being close to me allowed us to jump on a couple people and hold that separation. After that, we were able to start getting some kills, some staggers, and as you see here, we're kind of starting to pick up our pace a little bit. I also do think it helped a lot that I swapped to Reinhardt with them running the Diva, just because Reinhardt v Diva, in my opinion, Reinhardt is the winner there due to the fact that Reinhardt counters bomb, Reinhardt can smack her through the defense matrix, and the Diva's damage doesn't really do enough to Reinhardt's massive armored health pool to really be too much of a threat. There we are. Of course, Diva whips her bomb, tries to move in our bash, she's at a sentry mode, I get a pin. At this point, now that she's demeched, I just get so lucky by the Moira coming in trying to save her. Which I'm going to pause again once more here. I do play support. The one thing I say quite often is sometimes you just gotta let people die. Because especially as somebody who plays Mercy a lot, if I got my res up, especially if it's a tank who's gonna die, I will gladly let them die so I can res them, especially if they're in a little building like that I know I could probably sneak into. Right now they don't have the Mercy, which is okay, but that's just a general thing that I go for. Because having them die isn't the worst thing. But yeah, so we're rolling now. We are just straight rolling now. Yeah, at this point, actually, unfortunately, gonna pause it again. Because there's a bit that goes on actually all in this this little instance after the Diva dies. Alrighty, so we get the pin on the Diva after she goes after our Bastion. We have clearly our whole team here, which is fantastic, other than the one pushing point, who is Mei. She's being the GOAT right now, pushing point for the team. But anyway, let's follow this little exchange here. They die. They go down. We eliminate. But what immediately happens is we cap. As we can see here in the replay viewer, that means that they immediately respawned. So I know that while I can push up a little bit to try and chase this guy, and these guys who are just so low trying for the stagger with my team right here, my main goal now that I hear that forward spawn activated, keeping this little you know, 2050 Suzuki Swift here in good shape because that's my main man. That's my secondary tank right now. But yeah, I hear that. Moira ults me. Really don't know why every time it's doing that. Come here. As I'm by that truck, I'm able to use it for cover. She totally whips her ult, which is nice. From here, I start to get pushed off by their Orisa. I see no point in staying there fighting an entire team. Bot's not at that corner anymore. Here. And then this happens. And I'm sure in this Cass's, this Lucio's eyes, this was going to be amazing. Lucio just beated this Cass, who is in quite the flank. However, Cass is probably one of the worst picks to be fighting against us right now. Because especially in this situation, not only do I have ult, so I have my ult. Yeah, we'll see how this plays out. But as he high noons are making wall him off, or are making ice block herself, our Kiriko can try to timing the Suzu and save herself and everybody right there. Bastion's the only one who's kind of vulnerable, but using an ult to kill one person is useless. Brig can shield herself, I can shield myself. Really, this Cass's ult is nothing but him announcing to the world that his team is behind him. Lucio ult is okay in combination, so I kind of get what they were thinking, but yeah.
Push started. Let's go.
And that's it. Beaches. At this point, it kind of just becomes an ego VOD role, so I'm gonna get out of this and let us all enjoy. Bastion with the big ult. Reaper tries to be sneaky. We got the Kiriko going off. Tries they may, tries they might. Brig and Reinhardt are bringing them the fight. Got Bastion clapping in the back. May picking her damage. Yeah. Perfect. But yeah. All in all, I'd say when it comes to the tank play, as Orisa, it was alright. But the times when you be aggressive, all the times when I be aggressive, failed more often than they succeeded. Times playing defensively as Orisa, just holding the corner and just pick, poke, peel, pick, poke, peel, charge in on them when they dive in, worked out quite well. So that's probably going to be the general strategy I go for moving forward. Going to be interesting when I see some juicy things. As you see with the Reinhardt play, it's the exact opposite. I want it to be up there, I want it to be swinging, I want it to be charging because they just couldn't do anything about it. That's why counter picking and stuff like that, especially as a tank, is super important because just picking, just the existence of a different tank, shuts down a different player. And as soon as you're shutting down entire character with your simple existence, you have a team advantage. You're forcing a 4v5 by you existing. By you picking the right hero, you have forced a 4v5 pretty much because they're just so useless against you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I know I enjoy playing the game and I enjoy doing little things like this. Yeah, give me a like, give me a follow, subscribe if you feel, and let me know if you want me to make more stuff like this. Bye.